Okay. So, and then do you need to get it on the projector?
I do. I actually just pulled this down. I need to clean it up a little bit, but yeah,
Okay.
I don't mind getting that to.
Put anything on the TVs?
Yeah, I'm doing a slideshow. Yeah. How are you doing?
Anything?
Bro?
I think it's.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Here, and one on person speaking.
Okay.
And, you know,
Nice. That's great.
this system we have now is, it's no longer supported. It's, even though it's not rolled out. So they're gonna keep it.
Oh.
Anyway. We can't we. That's not.
No, this me. No.
Should start out with me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, we'll take that. I'm just missing it.
Oh. So.
That might be.
Just connect to the Wi-Fi maybe.
That was.
Yes.
Shelby County Public, we have to connect to the symphony.
It's good. Bigger. All right.
It's up there. It looks like it's just kind of extending your screen to that.
Okay.
Do you want your laptop screen to do the same thing that's up there?
I was thinking, can I not do that? I'd
You
rather
can,
there's some
yeah.
stuff, but I'd rather not get up there.
You can.
Like that bigger. Yeah, it's up there. It just needs to be. Yeah. The only thing we need to do for recording is, where's the recording now?
It's recording now.
Recording now, okay.
So it's, I think me and Lisa said it, or as soon as the meeting starts, it should automatically start recording.
Oh, okay.
So.
But all this is being recorded right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you end the meeting, it should stop recording, or there's a stop recording button here, or you can pause it.
Okay.
Um,
The X, I should not use the X for end, or is that?
This,
Remains over.
yeah. And you can also the camera and everything here. Yeah, everything.
Awesome.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey, how are you doing, Tim?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I appreciate it.
Are you gonna need help uploading these?
I'm able to review that later on. So,
Perfect.
once I end it, that's all I have to do, right?
Yep, that's just, that would save the resume account.
Cool. Awesome. From there. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help.
We've been going for a while.
Yeah.
Going, everyone?
All right, how are you?
Fine. That's
Good.
fine. I might have to pull double duty. Lisa's not here today, so we'll see if Jody can operate that. If not, I'll have to sit over there and do that too. So.
Cody's been there several times.
Yeah, she has.
You and your rolling.
Well, went to Florida for a couple weeks and I came back home to nasty weather. I didn't stay long.
No, you didn't stay long enough. Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Stay long enough. Yeah, we got hit.
Yeah. All right, how are you?
Oh, quick. You know, that movie Groundhog Day where Bill Murray gets up every morning, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I caught myself getting up every morning, looking out and seeing that snow and all. Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What lasted for a long time. Yeah.
And last week it's 70 or 72
Yeah.
and 68.
Teasing us.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be what, this weekend, 50 and 60s, but then Monday's,
Well, I think it's just, I think one day's gonna be 50 and then it goes back down to the 30s again.
yeah.
39, 40.
They wonder why the hospital's full.
I'm leaving Friday morning. I'm going down to Florida.
I really, yeah, where you going?
It'll be Palm Harbor area. So around
Palm Harbor.
so it's like Clearwater, Dunedin, Palm Harbor, Cotton Springs, going north.
Okay.
So,
Trust it'll be warm.
well, this morning it wasn't. But it's, yeah, it's supposed to, when we get there on Saturday, I think we're gonna have like 70 or 70.
We might have a full house today.
I guess it's gonna be up to 57 today.
He's invited several.
I know. So we get in on Saturday.
Drive in.
Yeah, we're going to.
You know,
75 on Saturday.
when I was young, that drive was exciting.
How about you?
Every time my wife and I do it, was never again.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What's Lisa up to today?
Florida,
We
yeah,
do one.
yeah,
So
he was
On
there,
Friday, we'll drive.
he's gone for a week,
Yeah.
back for a week, and it's gone for 2 weeks. He won't get back
We take-
until Saturday.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
And then,
What's wrong with this picture?
half hours or so.
Yeah, so I'm holding down the fort.
But I like this, you know, of course, you want to,
Yeah,
always want to get past Atlanta.
not too bad.
That's the goal.
No,
Once you're past Atlanta,
No, and that's gonna be in this as
long
well.
and then Florida.
Florida's
We're
real.
gonna have to file for assistance.
So we,
Things, I'll go into it.
Rick and Vicky guys,
And we, just so you know, we are all
talking about vacations, and they go down to the beach and
So,
they do other travels too.
but
And they,
you had
they
a
stop
town that went
at
bad,
a Holiday Inn.
college church up and stuff, and so just to
Okay, so I
everybody,
scoped it out. It's about,
there's a problem.
about 45 minutes to an hour from
I'm just gonna back out,
Atlanta.
go through Jody, but that's
And
gonna be
I got
on.
on,
It's,
I'll slow everything way down.
I was just checking,
so,
you
Why don't
know,
we, why don't we get
I know we stayed at a Holiday Inn.
immediately hit them?
But anyway, so I went through some stuff and.
well, that's one of the things I've noticed, as we have a couple that I suggest, yeah, statements, and then several.
On the Holiday Inn,
Ready to go right now that need to have systems attached.
king size bed,
One of them,
and it was like
and I'm just like.
tax and.
You've been on the property and you know what's going on.
I don't remember everything.
Your recommendation.
You know,
Oh,
yeah,
Sorry, speak for
Especially for-
Right.
Your recommendation
I know I decided not
tells
to
me that
860 or.
if we have to take the long route, we will.
right.
Yeah, anymore.
For first
So
time
when I got
there,
there-
we can hit them with 5. Second, we
Do
can
that.
hit them with 10, an 8, and.
Because I knew we were gonna stop there and I knew we were gonna try to do the same
You,
thing.
you wanna be
The
right,
older we get, the less
because I'll,
distance we wanna drive.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I'm getting,
I'm here to Maggie Valley. 6.5 hours, you know, that's just about as far as I want to go.
Yeah.
I heard that we got
Well, I like
truck.
we tried it.
Drive,
Back it up as much as.
I can't drive yet. I don't have it outfitted yet.
Sick all the time.
I don't have it outfitted yet. So it's going to, decal
We're taking the truck,
probably next week.
truck and get us good gas.
Other extended lights a week after.
And, so. But
You know, we've been taking our truck.
Good, good.
It's nice when you can throw all your crap back there.
So.
You know, in the back seat, all the luggage in the back. I'm like, this is pretty.
Okay, cool.
and I thought Leanne would like riding in the truck. We did that.
Right, cool.
it was a short one, I think it's.
When we used the truck.
Brent, would you mind signing in here for me? Thank you.
Not that. And I said, no.
Yeah. And like some,
Yeah.
I don't see the crash.
Mine's a little canyon, but I don't set up high, you know, full time. But still I set up.
You can pasture in.
And,
That's it, right?
That's right.
yeah, so
And that's the big problem. but
You're leaving when?
Started making it about
we're leaving Friday morning.
I'm leaving. Leave the 16th of March. Florida. Go down, stop in Georgia on the way to her cousin for a few days, then go on down to just north of Orlando. They would take about a couple of days and then North
I
Carolina,
have a
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's where we're
Wild.
That's the next meeting. Will you be back?
Yes, we're on, we leave Florida.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's not,
I'm gonna stay as long as I can, but if this job comes up, this is what I want. Yeah, I will stay here if I can do both.
Yeah.
I will.
so
But
On the 16th.
I'm not,
For a replacement.
Conservancy.
I'm gonna help with that. I already talked to Lisa, so that happens, you know,
And now.
So where you trying to go?
so family open their tomorrow. So.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. There's blood crying.
I'm ready.
More than what you think, more stuff than you think of. I don't know if you have, about what happened in the southern part of the county this week.
Oh,
I believe they.
Yeah, Moore was asleep. Her husband already gone to work. She was asleep. Hadn't woken up for the
no, it is kind of, I said, time.
dogs started going crazy.
You don't have a meeting, you can really
Dogs
love each other.
didn't stop.
Get away.
She went downstairs. She sees some guy in her living room
Well, we're trying to get rid of.
and
I
goes to get her earphones.
Andy, she's found her,
The only guy,
you know, her volunteer staff.
asked him, what are you doing here?
It's a church and.
For a game, I'm in the wrong house.
And,
Yeah.
so she's found that.
Yeah.
And
Eventually he was arrested.
of course, it kind of
Power button.
Okay.
closes us down on.
He was very lucky.
Doing that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of comments online that, things may have ended differently for him.
I guarantee I wouldn't have that conversation.
Yeah.
She has switched
All I
from,
need to know is you're not supposed to
You're
be
not
here.
in my house. I have my protection.
I don't know who you are.
And I'm not gonna have conversation.
so
Yeah, it's time to go.
likes to clean and. Yeah.
All right, it is now 9 o'clock. We want to get started with the Shelby County Recycling District Compliance Board. First, moment, the first order of business will be approving, what, 2 months ago meetings? Because we've been gone for 2 months.
Election of officers.
I think, I don't know that we,
We
So-
met in December,
it was canceled.
or we met in November. We didn't have one in December or January.
We did, so it'd be November minutes then.
Yeah, I think the November minute.
That's and it's from December 23.
But we were here, we weren't even here January or I don't know,
Weren't here for January,
for January.
but we had a meeting and had some kind of meeting in December. Was it just
Off record.
that was the organizational meeting?
So she is saying that it is election of officers.
Let's do election of officers first, then we'll approve the minutes.
Okay.
That's first on the agenda.
Need a motion to keep the same officers? I
I'll
would,
second that.
All in favor, say aye. Motion approved. Next year, buddy.
resign for next year.
Would you separate those two over there?
Right.
Well, you know, Kevin would have done the same thing.
You know, usually you elect the guy that's missing.
Yeah, you normally do.
Oh,
We have approval of the December minutes. It says on here, December 23rd, 2025.
Motion, we approve the minutes as read.
Second.
a second, and a motion and a second to approve the meeting as read. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
First up, we have, I think Elizabeth Macaluso case.
Okay, that's.
Go ahead and stand up. If you'd come up to the podium for us, please, Shelby.
And no, I'm not Liz.
Just tell us your name and then we'll go through the slideshow real quick.
Anthony Macaluso.
This one is gonna be a new case on the back. It will be. Yeah, page 5 of 6. And these are all initial case photos. Violations are clearly seen, the appliances, the defective building materials, the trash and the junk in the yard, plates that's what that white stuff is in the background on the top left. And various other things. But again, these are all initial cases. This is him coming for a new case. So there are no current pictures. These are the most current ones. Go ahead.
Okay, well, the reason it partially looks like that is last March, the tree fell on our house and kind of destroyed it. So the bricks you see in one of those pictures, that's where the new house is going to go. The modular people will be scraping it off, putting up a crawl space. So that's going to be taken care of. We got rid of the appliances already, took care of about 98% of the plates. The other stuff, as soon as the weather decides not to be freezing and snowing, will be gone also. Like I said, we got rid of the appliances. The rest of the stuff will be going just as soon as the weather breaks a little bit. That's about it.
Oh,
Hopefully, within a couple months, I'll have a new house there.
you had a house here that got destroyed?
I remember seeing it, yeah.
Yeah. Now, some of the bricks in the back, we're going to be keeping as building materials because we're going to try to incorporate that with the new house. Like, to remember the old house, it was an 1891 schoolhouse. It was the Eberhard Schoolhouse. And we had lived there for 40 some years. And the big giant 100 and some foot tree decided, and they couldn't repair it, and talk about waking up at 5:30 in the morning and looking upstairs. Yeah, you got a tree in your house. And that's about what happened. And dealing with the insurance companies are just a lot of fun, let me tell you. Other than that, gentlemen, we'll be cleaning it up. Like I said, the weather has just not exactly been the most cooperative for me.
When do you anticipate the delivery of the new house?
We got the financing all taken care of, thank God. Now I'm kind of having a slight debate with the Board of Health because they want me to put in a new septic, which I still can't figure out why, because the septic works. But that's getting along too. We're hoping within a couple months, maybe 3, we should be in. Like I said, the financing is all done, picked out the house and everything else. But no, we'll be cleaning up the yard. Probably, like I said, as soon as the weather breaks a little bit, I'll be cleaning it up. So that's, no problem.
I'll make a motion that we continue to monitor.
The motion to continue
Second.
and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Thank you, sir.
We're good?
You're good.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay.
I want to make sure you understand. So the case is not dismissed. I just want to make sure you're aware of.
You'll see progress throughout the time if you stop by and take pictures. We'll try to condense, or a few things will stay that are building. Like my $4,000 countertop that I just put in before the house got. I said, I want to use that in the new house.
Got it.
All
right.
Thank you.
That is the Sigmund case.
This will be on page 2 of the old cases.
Come on up, Tom. Welcome back.
No,
How you feeling?
Okay,
Sorry about the loss of your mother, by the way. Tom.
yep,
didn't know she passed away.
Yeah, she passed.
yep. Yeah, was her passing, getting sick and passing, and then I got sick. Had a wrecked school truck, so.
Sorry.
But back on track, all the loaded scrap off this last week. Been working at it, even though it was cold as it was.
Here's January. We've not met for a while. So this is January pictures that were supposed to be seen at January. This is the like the day before the snow hit, I think. And then we'll have February. A lot of progress right here on the on the east side of the property. There's been a lot, I mean, there's been a lot of progress. There's just so much there that we talked about before. So.
When do you anticipate? I mean, just kind of ballparking when you'll be complete.
Well, I'd like to be able to just get it done all at once, but that, I mean,
Realistically,
right.
what do you think your timeline might be?
You know, I'm picking away at it. I don't know if I could give a date. I'm going down to pick up some more oxygen for my torch this afternoon. Ran out of oxygen, so I can cut more stuff up. But yeah, I don't.
I mean, we looking at 3 months or 6 months or another, are we gonna drag this out for a year
I
or?
hope not another year.
Yeah, it started in 19.
And not this time around.
I'm kind of growing fond of seeing you though.
It's, in my opinion, it's a tremendous amount of improvement compared to what we first started out.
Oh, yeah, well,
And,
I mean, since I've even come on the board, it's improved immensely.
Keep plugging away at it, I guess.
A few months have been since it was cold and weather bad. I was working on the inside some. So I
Are
mean,
you living there?
no, I've got 20-some goats and a bunch of chickens there. Not currently living there. At one point in time, I hope so. Yeah. So I'm working on it.
I would move to continue.
I'll second.
have a motion to continue in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you, Tony.
Nice 600 south. There you go. Yeah, I don't know why it did the same thing to me.
Next up is the land case.
Page 13 of OKC.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and approach. Just give your name and then we'll go through the slideshow.
Okay, sounds good. Laura Land.
Start off with the initial case from January. Actually, these will be from January, they'll be from December. So it was compliant back in January. We didn't have a meeting. These were the pictures of the compliant, what it looked like when it was back in January. And then I did get February pictures. Same thing, still compliant. Those are all just tree saplings and stuff. All the other trash that was there is gone. Tall weeds that were there, they're gone. They look good.
Strawberry patch is doing well.
We're trying.
Well, close to the road. Somebody's gonna help themselves.
That
It's all garlic right there.
It's all garlic.
It's all garlic.
Oh, wow.
So would you recommend,
I recommend dismissal.
I'll make a motion to dismiss the case?
I'll second.
Have a motion to dismiss and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Case.
That's gonna be on page 2 of old cases. Sorry. No, page 3 of old cases. We'll start with January. Mr. Myers at the property. It was not quite ready then, and this was a very cold day. We had, this is the day before all the snow. And then this is February.
When was this taken?
This one is from February. He had it, he cleaned it up because when we got there, it wasn't ready. He cleaned it up and put all the trash bags and stuff there. My only thing is the trash bags aren't gone yet, but other than that, I thought it looked good. So I don't know if the trash just didn't get picked up. Is there some there and there's some in the next slide over that we had talked about that would be cleaned up. And like I said, when I got there, I met him there. He asked for an additional hour or so, which I was fine, you know, to allow that to happen. He got all that stuff cleaned up. It just bags are the only thing that's there. So
When does your trash guy usually show up?
I didn't talk to my brother. I think that just, from that day, it was like, I had snot freezing on my beard.
it was very cold.
And I think there'd been a number of snow days. So, he,
I drove by there today and it just looks like it's just a matter of putting a container out to get it picked up.
Right.
I had a question. On the north side, there's like a tent or something. What is that? In the field? Like,
I think that's for the
It's
dogs.
a dog.
oh, that's the dogs? Okay. I'm just curious what that was.
That's the first time that picture I've seen.
I didn't know if that was yours or somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're always out whenever I go.
yeah. That's the first time I've seen it a lot. So, yeah. What do you recommend we do, sir?
I mean, outside of trash bags, I think it's fine. I mean, everything else is, that back in the background is a toy, you know. That right there that's in the grass is a door that blew over I'm sure during the storm, because again, this was the day before we had all that snow.
Okay.
So
Trash bags will get picked up.
yeah, it just hasn't, I think due to the weather and it just hasn't been yanked out.
outside of that, I think it was good.
Is everybody all right?
Motion to dismiss?
Yep.
I'll second that. We have a motion to dismiss. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Case has been dismissed, sir. Thank you. You.
Say that long drive down, huh?
That was the signs.
Page one. Morning, Mike.
Morning.
And these will be January pictures that are starting off with here. The back area here is a lot of improvement. It's February. I didn't notice a lot of difference between January and February. Partly it's because the pictures I got of his place was a couple of days before the snowstorm. So I know we've had a lot of weather come through, but there's not been a lot of change to the property in the last month.
Saw a snowmobile in one of those pictures. Did you get to use it?
No, that's a classic. I got a chance to mess with. No, it'd been nice to have it going for that, but you couldn't do much else. But no, I will say not from January through February, not much got done because with my time and snow covered and everything. Well, as you can see, this is the most current picture. That truck is going off of the stands. Of course, as soon, other than the snow, with everything thawing, it gets pretty soft through all that, and some of that heavier stuff. I'm not gonna tear up and rut up the yard a bit, but I do have like I told you, was it yesterday? I told you.
Talked yesterday.
Yeah, that other parked Suburban that I have on the trailer, I'm done with it. I'm packing it full of scrap and getting ready to haul out. And hopefully the weather cooperates with us and I'll continue getting some of that stuff picked up and around back. I don't know if that was in one of the pictures or not. I've separated. I've got a load of stainless. It's actually on the other side of the barn to haul.
We have some.
Yeah, right there. by the barrels. And, of course, those barrels are going away. And then that brush pile back by that shed is going away. All this stuff is getting cleaned up also. And, just, the weather is one thing. It's been stopping everything. Another thing I was going to mention, I forget what it was now. Go back to one of the other pictures. Oh, the fork trucks. That's the one on the far corner. I just communicated with the guy the other day. Of course, we had to wait for the ground to get solid, hopefully not frozen, but solid so we can run the boom truck and get that out of there. And then the fork truck, the Clark yellow one that's on this, well, they're both yellow, but the complete fork truck that's on this side, I've got to get it. As you can see, it has sunk a little bit. Once the ground thaws out, but then again hardens up a little without being so sloppy, we're going to get it up and out of there, and it's going to go away. But yeah, my goal is, when the weather cooperates, to keep on hitting it, time allows, and get everything cleaned up. And like I said, I didn't make the goal of roof on the big barn this last year, so this is definitely, that's going to be a thing this year, is getting all that cleaned up and then getting a roof on the barn. Yeah, so still work in progress.
I move we continue to monitor.
Second.
A motion to continue, and all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He's not ready.
There's several vehicles there, but they've been a long time.
Next is the Swift phase of page 4.
Next lab.
If you want to just tell us your name on the recording, and then we'll
Swift.
start off with the pictures here. This is a repeat case, by the way. So these are all pictures I took in January. Junk trash, tires, scrap metal, vehicle parts. You'll notice
All them motors are gone.
motors. Yeah. I tagged at the time, 12 vehicles that were in violation.
Some of them was plated and illegal.
They are now.
They was plated and illegals. 3 of them was that you tagged, but that's beside the point. The cruise is gone. The camper, I got the frame tore out from under it. I'm scrapping it out. And so now I'll be working on that pile right there behind the camper. Mainly sheet metal, which I got my trailer back there in there. Only thing, the semi trailer. What do I got to do to keep my trailer? Because that's got like $1,000 worth of parts in it.
Like I said, it's considered a vehicle, so it could be impounded at any point in time.
I think to answer your question, sir, if you leave it on wheels, you got to plate it. If you want to take the wheels off and set it on the ground, then it's a different situation, or
No, I
not?
don't think so, because it's still considered, its basic means, it's the reason for its existence is a trailer. And and I believe the planning commission, Jody could probably speak to this, I think they just passed an ordinance saying that containers.
It would be nice if someone from the planning commission would come to our meetings.
Yeah.
And I hope that gets out on there.
The purposes of our ordinance, though,
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Yeah.
Needs to be plated.
It should be plated, period, whether it's on wheels or not.
And operational.
And I stand corrected, sir.
Like all the cars are off there.
All the ones that I tagged that.
The Mini Coopers are gone because I took him back. The Cruise is gone. Now that's my bucket for my skid loader and my air compressor tank right there. And of course, that's the wrecked parts of my son's truck that was over in front of the garage, which I put it in the barn, which I got the parts for his truck. That's the white parts there along the fence right around the bush hog here off to the left, but you can't see.
How about the horse trailer?
The horse trailer is still sitting there because I've tried to sell it and nobody's bought it. I even had it online and all that. And had one person come out and look at it. and nobody bought it. I mean, I don't want to lose it, but yet, I don't use it, but because got a 20-foot gooseneck right there, why would I need a 2-horse?
So after we spoke the last time, there's still the horse trailer there. What else is out there? Like I said, it's been, as of today, it will be 11 days,
All the motors,
12 days.
all the motors there are gone. The Mini Cooper's gone. And basically the cruise is gone is on back by the barn. The RVs, got that fencing and all that out from under it, crapping it out. I get rid of it off there. I've been wanting it off there since the last time.
Oh,
That was the extras. There.
It's a repeat case, you
it
say?
is a repeat case.
Did we abate before or what happened?
I don't know. I don't have that
You
information.
dismissed it, and that's,
Sorry?
I said you guys dismissed it, and that's the last thing I remember about it.
It was before I was on, so
I guess
look into
last time, all these motors and stuff, were they,
No, they was out back, but yet, or some of them was out back, some of them was out of vehicles that I strapped out since then. So
is that what you do, scrap stuff
I
out?
buy here and there, if I get a deal on it, I'll buy it and scrap them out. So extra money. Try to live.
You need to be zoned to do that at your property, right?
I mean, as far as I know, I just bought the 4, I got 3 of the 4 I just bought. I mean, I just bought them not even a week before all this happened. So,
That would be a zoning issue, Jody.
I mean, if there's a business being run out,
it's not really a business. I mean, it's me
but potentially under.
just trying to make extra to live.
And that's the rub with the neighbors, is that there's constantly,
The neighbor off to the right there of this picture complained last time. They didn't complain this time. So I don't know who complained this time, but I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I've cleaned up quite a bit of it. I've been, was aiming to clean up even this stuff a long time ago, but everything, I'm a mechanic, everybody else's stuff comes before mine. So, I try to make money and keep everything going.
We had spoken, like I said, I documented it in my report, so all you gentlemen can read it too, that we would give you another week. So it would have been a week ago Friday that, I could have come out on that Friday. I didn't, to give you more time. Now it's Tuesday, so you had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You had 4 other additional days. At any point in time, the rest of the vehicles that I tagged can be and will be impounded. Just so you know that. Like I said before, I don't want any of the tomfoolery that went on before to happen again. I want to stress that.
I'm trying to get stuff taken care of. I mean, other than a horse trailer and a semi trailer, which I'll try to get with the boss because my old boss, he gave me the semi trailer. I'll try to get something so I can get license plates on it or something. But I really don't want a license plate my 2-horse. I want to sell it, but I haven't found anybody that wants to buy it. I'll pull it out front and put a for sale sign on it.
Small red trailer.
Yeah, for the 2-horse. But I put it and I had only one person that ever come and look at it.
The thing about that one is that when I walked around that one, there was no plate. So
Yeah, I mean, I played it since I've
okay.
for at least 10 years because it's mine and I wasn't using it, but I tried to sell it.
You need to get it plated, or we will impound it, and then you'll have to get it plated to get it out.
We'll get plates.
I feel that I'm being very generous in the timeline. I mean, if I had to do this with everybody, it would be. I mean, you're getting some extra time that other people may not.
Get plates for it.
When do you think you can get that done?
Probably go today and get plates for the 2-horse. But the semi trailer, I don't know. I gotta get the boss. I'll call him on the way when I'm going back to work and see if he's even got any paperwork on it.
It's going to be the board's decision, but the tag, it's expired. It's been expired for,
Oh, wow.
Just want to make sure you know that it's probably been 44 days or so, I think, if my math is right. So
because you know, there's dates on it at first, so.
My question would be, Ben, how many vehicles or what have you need plated?
So like I said, I tagged 12 of them, and of those, I think most of them it was a plate issue, and they may have been a combination of a plate issue and inoperability. The trailer, I've not been out there to verify. I've not been out there since we were impounding the last ones. It did not have a plate on it. So it needs to be done, like it needs to be plated today,
Right.
in my opinion.
The two horse I can get done today.
When can they come and impound the things that are ready to be?
So I had spoken with the contractor yesterday. I said, I'd let him know about what happened today. The plan was to, if it was not suffice, that after today's meeting, we were to go and finish the impounds.
Like I said, I can definitely get the two horse play today. I can get with Jerry Drake, which gave me the trailer, in my trailer to see if he's got any paperwork on it, or I guess I can try to file for abandoned vehicle. So much.
Yeah, I mean, it's that and the operability. It's not, I mean, with the way that there's been some work to it, I don't know if it would be legally allowed to go down the road. It's got those side doors on it.
He was going to turn it into camper type
Yeah.
deal and park it back in his wheel.
No. Do you know, Jody?
I don't, I would have to look into it.
I
Okay.
don't plan on pulling it down the road anyway. I mean, it's there, that's just for storage.
Ben, let's say in the next few days, he gets some things plated, but yet you've got them tagged and we send the contractor out.
The contractor's only gonna go out with me.
Okay, so you'll re-inspect.
Yeah, I will re-inspect before. And I probably will do that today. I'll go out there and look and see what's there. Just so you know, so whoever those women are, just let them know that I might be coming out. Just to verify what you've told me. And then maybe I'll grab some pictures while I'm there. We'll just see, but.
Got a lot of it picked up and cleaned up. I mean, I got stuff behind the house, which it's got a bucket for my brother-in-law skid loader and the forks and all that, arms and stuff. But yeah, it's got some cheap pile and steel thrown in it, but which I'm going to be loading that up tonight. I got to put my sideboards back on my flatbed trailer so I can start throwing sheet metal on there. I hauled my last car out the other night, so.
If he makes the majority or any part of his income from scrapping or mechanicing at his home, does he need to be zoned to do that?
That's a question for Desiree, so we'll have to, I mean, we could certainly pass this one along to zoning and have them take a look at it. That's what we typically do if there's a question.
Well, I would recommend that we do that. And for you, sir, if you get zoned to do this kind of stuff, it may make it a little easier on you having some of it around.
Agree with that.
But planning commission and zoning obviously don't appear at our meetings, so we have to send it along.
Back out the meeting, just walk down there.
A little too chilly. It's hard for me to make a recommendation because since we don't have, up-to-date pictures since he says so I mean, we have to keep it open in my opinion. But I don't know what would be a fair motion.
Well, I would make this observation. It's a repeat case, so there's obviously a fine, right?
I mean, it's already been assessed.
And I think we had discussed at the last meeting that for repeat cases, we're going to be less lenient and maybe up the fine because you've already been here once and
Yeah, but I cleaned there up.
takings.
So, I mean,
So I think if we continue it as of the next meeting, if it isn't cleaned up, we probably are going to enforce some significant fines.
And I'm going to add something else, reading what happened on February 13th. I'm a little tired of putting our people in harm's way. And I'm not going to be Mr. Nice Guy much longer. I mean, you got a serious situation when you try to run somebody over with a car, that opens up a whole can of worms.
my way, but I wasn't there, so I don't even know sure exactly what all went down. I mean,
Well, I didn't realize this was one of those cases.
Yeah, well,
This one happened
just
in
read this
January.
story right here.
Since we met, like,
Yeah.
in December.
So what's the board want to do at this point?
I would go ahead and contact the abatement people, and they can go out there. If everything's not ready, haul it off. And I guess with that, we would have to continue.
I would agree with that. I didn't realize we'd had a confrontation, so that changes everything in my mind. I mean, it no sense being nice if it did not end cordial the last time, so.
So that's my motion, is to go ahead with the abatement.
Order an abatement,
Order it.
that'll be a 20-day, you'll have 20 days to get that done.
20 days.
And what's not up to snuff, take it.
Yep.
So I guess that means my motion is to continue and order the abatement.
I'd second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
You have any questions about that?
I called ex-boss and see about getting the information for that semi-trailer, and now I get the plates before I go home tonight.
Just call me when you do. You got my office number. Just call me.
Okay.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you for coming up for officer.
I'm over it. You know, when you threaten me or threaten you're threatening all of us, basically. We're trying to do our job and you're threatening us.
Yeah.
You know,
That was another eventful after, well,
I read
there
there
for
while you were talking to him, I've heard all those excuses before.
yeah. Okay, we'll start off with James Hooper here, 100 North, January pictures. This was like the day or two before the snowstorm, so it was really cold. Sorry for any kind of blurry pictures. I was cold taking them, so.
Let me interrupt you. We
Yes.
had one question about Rusty that you were gonna reach out to,
I
Jay.
did, and I've heard nothing, crickets.
Nothing. So as far as we're
Emailed
concerned,
them 2 or 3 times, and I've left 2 voicemails at least since this has all been going on, and I've not gotten a response from him.
well, then I assume Rusty's done. I mean, obviously, he's done.
Yeah, he's not responding.
Yeah. Last time I talked to him, when I handed it off to Jody, he was done talking to me at that point, which I've known him for a while and we've never had that issue. So I don't know if there was other extenuating circumstances going on, but yeah, I've not seen anything change. So
it's not Rusty's junk.
no,
He just agreed to clean it up
right.
for the junk. Or
He agreed to some financial deal between him and the owner.
Right.
Or the guy on the property.
Right.
And he's gotten all he wanted out of it, but now the rest of it's up to us.
Yeah, we did give him an opportunity, Rusty, to go.
We gave him, obviously.
Whatever we agreed upon, that we didn't involve us, and I made it clear that we weren't bound by it, but we gave him an opportunity to go onto the property and get it, and I don't think there's been much change for.
It's probably 6 months since we,
Yeah.
He's got all the easy stuff.
Yeah.
Now the hard stuff's up to our contract.
Yeah, February, you'll notice this, like this again, it's just recently on the 18th, but the tires are still there. There's a picture, I don't know if I actually put that, yeah, here it is. All these semi trailers, I think there's at least 3. There might even be a couple more back there. I don't remember. I didn't walk back there because it was super muddy. But those are gonna take, Steve can go in and get them, but he's gonna have to use Davis Record to do. And that's gonna be pretty expensive from what he's told me from when he did a prior one. And when he impounded one semi trailer from before, he was $1,800. So for all of it, for the impound, for the hook, for the removal. So Steve is ready to go on whatever impounds are ready. And I think this one could be started on tomorrow because it's already abated. It already had sent for abatement. And it would stop because of the agreement.
But we stopped it because Rusty got upset with us.
Right.
Because it's,
Time has passed, I would go ahead and serve that, give him notice,
Yep.
just for due process purposes.
Got it.
Yeah.
and have we talked to, one of them passed away, is Mr. Hooper.
He passed away.
He's the one that
Yeah,
passed.
it's Bill Anderson that's the one that lives there. And I spoke with him back in the fall. And he was kind of like, I talked to Rusty and it's whatever, his timeline is. I mean, Bill, is he's an amputee, so he gets around as best he can, but he can't do, he did say that this international truck right here runs, and that he was going to try and bring in a load of tires to our tire event. But I think maybe health issues, he just wasn't able to do that.
You
So,
can't load them. I wouldn't think so.
well, he said he has a grandson that helps, but his grandson's not available all the time. So,
Mr. Anderson, I take it he's not the actual property owner?
no, I can look and see if that's changed, but last I knew, it was still Bill Anderson. Let me look at the GIS map real quick here.
That's what I'm thinking. If we send an official notice, does it go to someone that's deceased who actually?
It'll go to the property unless whoever is listed on the property parcel records, that's where it gets served.
And when it gets served, does it go US mail or does somebody actually take it out there or how?
Usually it's certified mail, so we can track it.
So it has changed,
Yeah.
and it's now in Bill's name.
Okay.
I'll have to update the case. That was, back in 25.
Does that mean we have to open up a whole new case?
Yeah.
Change the name.
We can go ahead and order the abatement back.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my motion to go ahead and get the property cleaned up.
Second that. It's been a long time.
I have a motion and a second to abate the property. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Hey,
Here's,
was coming.
here's Michael Gray here on Bogstown Road. January pictures. He had done some work there at the property himself. I had spoken with Lisa, and the contractor kind of had other stuff going on, maybe had drug his feet a little bit. And Lisa said, since there was progress made, to hold off and let the board see if they want to continue with the abatement or to give him more time. Again, these are the February, so these are the most recent pictures. There's not been anything done. Now, I understand we've had, snow. That's like that with every case. But it's still, there's still stuff that needs to be taken care of. So if the board orders that it continue, I think it can continue to stay. If I were to call the contractor and say, hey, let's go ahead and go, because unless you think we need to reorder.
No, I think on this one, we mainly just held off due to progress.
Right.
Weather, so, yeah.
I would move to go forward with the abatement because I just don't see
I don't
this
see
ever
it, yeah.
getting cleaned up without.
Second.
I have a motion to abate and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. Yeah, it's not gonna
Just
change.
to be clear in the motion, you're just continuing with the abatement already ordered, correct?
Right.
That's correct.
If they can start today, let them start. Right, Kevin?
Yep.
Norma Sanders here on 1100 North. I've only got one set of pictures, I believe, for this one. These are just after the abatement was complete. You'll notice a huge change from where it was before. This area was covered to the right of this driveway. May not have been really clear, but there were toilets in the yard. Those are gone. And the abatement is complete. So
Recommend dismissal.
I do.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to dismiss the case. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
Michael Hubbard here on Hazelwood North Drive. January pictures. Kind of the same story.
We started to get.
Yeah, and I've tried to speak with the owner, Michael, because it's not him that is making the mess, and yeah. And so here's February. Still the same, still some stuff that needs to be taken care of. I did have to tag a vehicle here that was in violation, so that's been tagged. That was tagged same date here, so. I don't know if this is one of those that's gonna stop, because if he keeps bringing stuff in, it's gonna do this, every month. So I don't know what the resolution to this is. If anybody has any words of wisdom, that would be great.
Michael Hubbard is the owner of the property and the tenant is the trasher
Yes.
or the scrapper.
He's a grandson, or he's a family member.
He is a family member. Okay.
I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, I'm sorry, that sometimes a guy needs a little extra money.
Yeah.
But, and scrapping is a pretty good way to get it, and probably doing somebody else a favor by hauling it away from their place. But it seems like it's a business. I don't care if it's a small business. He's running it from a residential property and bringing stuff in for the neighbors on each side or the ones that drive up and down. It's not fair. And we don't have anybody from zoning to say you can't do that. We can turn it over to zoning. They can add fines. Only thing we can do that I can see, guys, is just debate.
And fine.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess
And fines too.
I'm thinking if the owner doesn't live here and he's renting it out to somebody else, he should also pay a penalty for not supervising
For
what's
allowing
going on there.
He's allowing this to happen at his property.
So if this guy keeps bringing stuff in,
At one time, I thought we were awful close to dismissing this case. And it was horrible.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
now we're just going right back. Other than the tractor tire never has left.
right.
But
Well, that's.
I don't.
yeah,
Well, and I didn't know if the board was gonna go with that, because he did say it was like a family heirloom. So, but
like I'm hoping someday they can think of something better than a tire to remember me by.
I've been on the Hanover.
So I was not looking at the pictures, I was looking at my notes. How much cleanup is there to do? Like, do we,
do you mind rewinding, please? Thank you.
could you remind? So that all was gone at one time?
It was better than this.
a lot better than this.
And had we abated it or had he cleaned it up?
He did the work on himself. So what is here, like, there's a bumper of a car. That's what part of that is. And then there's some hoses that I think are bad, if I remember right. And then there's something up against the fence. I don't know if, or against the garage there. I don't know if that's plexiglass or something. There's a couple other things too. I don't remember what all, but then the vehicle that I tagged. Normally, after I've tagged a vehicle, and even in this case, they've always called me. They haven't called me in a nice way, but they've always called me, and I've not heard from them at all. So I don't know if they're finally like, we're done, we're not taking this seriously. I don't know. Like I said, I've spoken with him at the property. I've met Michael there at his request. I mean, there's not a ton that needs to be done here, but the thing is, like I said before, I think this is not going to stop. So I think an abatement will be good for a month.
Again, a question I have, let's say we just decide to make a point and fine him $1,000. Does he get a notice of that fine, or does it just go on his taxes and maybe he doesn't find out?
I think it's both. It's my understanding he gets a notice from
Yeah.
the district.
I'll send him a notice.
He won't appear on his taxes till later, but he'll get a notice.
Okay, that's fair. I think I'm in favor of at least applying a significant fine, $500 or $1,000, to get his attention to say, don't do this anymore. And then, I don't know, maybe we clean it up anyway.
I think we clean it up.
A fine and a cleanup.
I would suggest a fine and a cleanup. Because that's what was in my mind, is go ahead and fine.
$500 fine and a cleanup. So,
Yeah,
So an automatic $500 fine, and then order the abatement.
Yeah, let him know that like
We're coming after.
yeah,
we can do this every month.
and we
can.
can.
Right.
yeah, it's went on long enough. I realize it's been bad weather, but like I said, it's just,
The fact that he had it all cleaned up and it's reappearing, it's disconcerting.
yeah.
So I would second that motion, Kevin.
So we have a motion to fine him $500 and order an abatement.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Okay.
That fine is that, it's plus fees, right, recording?
Plus fees.
Yeah. And we have a second, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
Okay. You guys read this one? Okay. If you want to just take a minute to read, maybe just do a quick scan of this one, just so you're kind of up to date on it, and then we can go through it real quick.
Don't see this ever getting cleaned up unless we do it.
I just imagine you're gonna have to get the sheriff's department and the contractor and abate the property.
So this one has been a bit violent before.
Yes.
Now, we can go through the pictures and then I can give you my recommendation, but here's the first picture I ran up on when I got there. I had good communication with Abby. I called and said, hey, when can I be there? Or she'd asked when I could be there. I said, this is the time. That was what I got when I got there. I talked to Jerry. He said, yeah, go ahead and drive through the property. This would be the south side of the property. At this point, this is when Alan came out of the house and then at that point was chasing me while I was in my truck around the property, taking pictures up around. This is where we're sitting as of January. Bunch of inoperable vehicles.
So you're not at this point on their property, you're on,
I'm on Jerry's,
okay.
that's Abby's father.
His dad, okay.
And so this is where it was sitting again back in January. Several inoperable vehicles. I mean, probably over five, between probably 5 and 10. So here's February, bunch of tires on the patio still. I was able to drive up the lane after I spoke with Jerry. He said that Alan wasn't there, so I felt comfortable to drive up there. Snap some pictures. You can tell that some of the vehicles, several of the vehicles are still there. That white truck that's between the camper and the black SUV. Still some junk that's on the ground right there. I don't see any change
You
there.
mentioned the name Alan. I see here.
We had a Clarence originally.
Clarence, Clarence.
Clarence, the guy that
Yeah.
stood here.
Okay.
He
Did Abby
goes by
ever,
2 names.
Okay.
Abby ever give him permission to talk?
We've not heard from her,
No.
so no.
That's what we discussed last time. but-
Yeah, she needed to come, not send him.
And she's not here, so I say we're done with it. Let's abate it.
My recommendation would be that it would be immediate abatement with legal assistance.
Yes.
Like have Jody file for a writ of assistance from the sheriff's department and then.
Now, when he confronted you before, was he armed?
I don't know. He didn't show a firearm. Just from talking to Jerry and his experience.
There was, when he stood up here and spoke to us, I mean, it's becoming, I don't know, between the two of them to the point where it's felony charges.
Well, it was just he's getting more aggressive.
Yeah.
And with the lack of correspondence from Abby, like it's basically been nothing now. It kind of seems like
You had a conversation. Here's what I want to understand, just for my mind. You had the conversation in your report that you did talk to Abby, you were going to show up there.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, was Abby, in your opinion, that's just,
Mhm.
do you feel like he was keeping her from talking to you? Because the car was locked.
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
When I remember the conversation, he said that that she wasn't able to talk or whatever it was, or wasn't home. I mean, because she works, quite often is what she's told me. And that's what her dad said. So Jerry's there 90% of the time, outside of, some recreational hobbies that, Jerry told me he has. So I was fully intending on not driving up to the property just because of the last interaction. And, again, right now I'm still driving my personal truck. I don't want to risk damage to that unnecessarily. So like I said, my recommendation is to order abatement with legal assistance.
So we were just talking, let's add a little extra sting to it. Let's add $1,000 fine.
Okay,
I mean, they impeded your progress. We couldn't get you couldn't get really a true, go around and feel safe doing pictures all the way around like you would normally do. Scope in on things, I think.
so we have a motion to fine them $1,000 plus fees and to, with legal assistance, abate the property.
Absolutely.
Okay, and a
Second
second.
that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Will I still send the abatement notice or will you do that?
Either one, I can talk to you.
That's gonna be here. They want.
There's DMV properties here on North Michigan Road, January. Progress was made to the front yard. He had a bunch of stuff parked there. He'd moved it and stuff. Still had a bunch of junk and stuff in the back. I spoke with the guy that lives there. His name is Tim, and spoke with him. Good communication with him and with his wife. They were working on it and stuff. Still a lot to go. Here's February. Not a lot has changed. He's got more work stuff there that I spoke with his wife. She said that just been there in a couple days. There's still a lot of stuff there. She had also expressed that they are looking to move out of state, maybe pretty soon. What she said in probably the next couple months. So this, if they move, all this will go with them.
It might not be a problem anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I've only had 2 drinks, officer.
right, well,
Potentially, that's what they say.
The guy you're talking to is not the property owner.
No, he lives there, and he's the one that him and the rest of his family is the one that's contributing to the mess. But like I said, I met planning out there. I met Desiree out there, and she told them told his wife her concerns with the planning side of it, and I told her concerning on our side of it. And I think her name is Leah. I think she's applying for a voucher as soon as Lisa's back in town to get some of the stuff cleaned up too. So, but whatever you guys decide, I mean, like this one, like I said, I have had good communication with this guy. This guy has been willing to work with me. He's been cordial. He's understanding. I think he's just a little slow on getting things done.
It means a lot. If he's willing to work,
Right.
communicate with you, I would move.
So if we put a fine on it, it would be on the property owner.
Correct.
And property owner letting this happen. Maybe they've got so many properties, they can't keep track of them. But to see that,
I'd say let's continue, but with a fine. What do you think? $500 or $500 fine and continue? Make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
We have assess a $500 fine plus fees
yes, sir.
and continue the monitor,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I think that way we're getting the
We're getting some
homeowner's
attention.
attention.
Yeah.
And we're giving the property, the guy that's living there, a chance to do
Yeah.
something.
Right.
Because the homeowner, if this guy moves out, he's gonna be left.
He's gonna be left. Yeah, that's why I was
End up-
thinking.
Right, no, I
He's
get it.
gonna be left with it.
I'm just telling you what they told me, you
I
know.
You know, it's been, what, the date was June? You know, when,
Yeah.
7, 8 months.
yeah, so.
All right, Lisa Eliza here on 1100 North. We've ordered her to be here at the several past meetings, but with them being canceled. This one, I don't think we actually sent an email about. I'm sure I just it slipped through my fingers on this one, so I apologize for that. There's not been any change really. Again, this is January pictures, February. Same thing. Again, this is the pasture side, but I wanted to still get pictures of this. This is the fence line that's still encroaching on that 150 feet limit. And again, with it being dead, you really can't tell. But again, those trees are so close together, they're not going to be able to be transplanted. Like I said, I walked this one with the health department months ago, and we both had the same conclusion. But I think the last time we spoke, the board wanted her to be here to talk about it.
I kind of feel like the only resolution here is that to tell her, hey, you've got to have a 150-foot buffer. You can either go in and clean it and save some of these trees, or we will come in and clean it completely. Would that make sense? I mean, I hate that. I know she's trying to create some nature, but it's right up next to this housing subdivision.
So is this property, is it residential? The whole acreage of,
Pull up. I know at one time we pulled up the zoning map on it. I just can't remember who's.
it just, I talked this morning about this a little bit. This seems to kind of be pasture. And you can pasture a woods if you put a fence around it.
It's zoned, or it's defined as agricultural.
So what's the deal on this 150-foot buffer behind the houses or something?
So it's in our ordinance, essentially within 150 feet of any residence, that's what kind of our weed and rank vegetation ordinance, it applies to that. And I think this area is so close to other residential houses.
Correct.
Within
Yeah.
50.
Robert and I went out and we measured it off, and from the closest house in that subdivision, it extends into this. Like there's two fences here. It extends into this property right here, that 150 feet limit. So the weeds here would be in violation still due to that.
Even though it's inside a fence, it's not, that she can't claim it as pasture property or.
I don't believe so.
I mean, I don't know that it's being used as pasture.
Yeah.
It's gonna claim that, right? I think it's in between a couple.
Yeah.
Lots, right? It's like in.
I don't think there's any way for them to get in.
Yeah, I don't.
Can't get to it anyway, right?
It's fenced off, yeah.
Right.
And I think the reason why it was fenced off was probably because the animals, she didn't want them getting in where the saplings were and destroying those. That's just my own speculation.
Didn't one of the neighbors complain about her putting up that second fence too?
Yeah, that part of the complaint was the second fence, and that the one neighbor was speaking for several of the neighbors because they were.
So it's the second fence, the inside fence then to keep them off the saplings?
Yeah.
So she took that fence down.
Can you go back one picture, please?
She took that fence down.
Maybe one more.
Yeah, see, here's one fence and here's a second.
Well, the
She put that mesh on there.
The fence up next to the neighborhood was the original fence.
So that's an easement right there. I believe it's an electrical easement, maybe. So I think maybe there's some discrepancy on the fence placement because it shouldn't be there because of the easement. I don't know. I think that's kind of out of my purview, but from what I know is that it's still got the weed issue on that side, and
Is zoning involved in
Well, I
that?
was gonna ask, have you talked to Desiree at all about this? I know Robert's been involved.
I don't
Okay.
know. I talked to her about this. I don't
It
remember.
wouldn't hurt to run this by zoning too, just to see what,
But
and I can do that. I can.
Sure.
Now,
I'm happy to do it too.
but in our notes, a motion was filed to continue to monitor in order to appear at the next meeting. Now, because of the weather, should we reorder or fine?
I would reorder because I think there was maybe, we hadn't given her notice or ordered her to appear at this one.
Right.
Just because the last was canceled due to weather.
Right.
So I would order her at the next one. And if she doesn't appear then do whatever. But
And then that time we can have a conversation with her and we can
And
decide
I take
something.
responsibility for dropping that ball.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to make sure
Right.
we're doing the right thing.
Yes.
Because of the weather and things like that, because technically, if I understood this correctly, if we order and they don't show, we can fine.
Right.
But I don't think we have the authority at this point.
We have to order them, request it, they get it.
That's what I,
Can
That's
we
why-
request zoning be here too when she shows?
or can we order?
I can ask her to come to the meeting.
I'm thinking,
Well, this is what? It's the fourth case just today that we need
With zoning.
clarification on zoning.
Right.
So,
If the health department and the plan commission don't come to these meetings, why are they on the list?
Robert has been good about being here, but he had told me he sometimes has conflicts on Tuesday mornings because of something else at his office. So I'm assuming that's what happened today, but I could be wrong. I mean, Robert and I still
I could have conflicts on Tuesday morning.
haven't.
well, I could if I wanted to.
Robert's been pretty good about it.
Yeah,
Robert's here probably 6 or 7 months out of the year.
And you gotta take into consideration all the things he's battling with his health too.
Right.
Right.
I mean, this is a recorded meeting, so I'll keep my mouth shut.
Well, I move that we order her to appear. And then we'll just kind of go from
And
there.
can we go ahead and request that
Desiree be
Desiree be here?
yes.
Continue to monitor in order to appear.
request for zoning to be here. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried.
When you go out there, do you see any of the neighbors that are up?
Oh, yeah, I usually speak to them, let them know that I'm coming on their property, even though they've given me permission before. I always tell them, I usually try and make contact with them, say, hey, I'm here to get pictures, just so you
You
know.
ever tell them when our meetings are?
Yeah,
Be nice if they would come. I mean, it'd be really wonderful if we had a couple of neighbors and her that could iron out some kind of,
Mhm.
let's all get happy.
yeah. Well, I can talk to the one.
That being said, that are my neighbors. And two of those, the third, there's a fourth one on here who got turned in first, and then he turned everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And two of them are brothers, so.
It'd just be nice if these neighbors could, because I don't know what we can do with this property
Right.
Timber.
other than if it's an easement, let the power company clean it.
They're not gonna care about them saddles.
They just come and took it.
Right.
They didn't buy it. They just have rights to it. Let them clean it.
Okay. Saber Investments here on North Michigan Road. January pictures, junk and trash, front porch, back porch, on the backyard. You notice this truck here, I had tagged it months ago. It had an expired plate. I did not think it was operable. Same thing with, that picture before. You'll notice that someone, took a Sharpie and put 6 on 5. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to get a good picture of that so y'all could see that. Yeah.
That's official looking.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So, the jumps there. Here's February. Same thing. So on,
Still squatting there at the
Yeah.
property.
I spoke with the property owner. I told him I needed to come and impound this truck due to its condition. And you can see it sunk in the mud there. It had a flat tire. It still had the plate that was expired. And so he's like, yeah, we'll do whatever you need to do. So I called a contractor. We were out there, and this was the first time I ever met the Mr. Skelton. he came out, and it's kind of in the notes there, but I had to have some help with that impound, but that was a successful impound. But after that impound, I spoke with Jody about this, and, from here on, if we have issues with a impound going badly, I'll need to get legal involved, and that will just take more time. So just so the board's aware of
So
that.
this guy's squat.
Yes, and he's aware of that, even though he doesn't agree with that. I spoke with the property owner, and they're just waiting to get a writ of assistance filed with the court to have him forcibly removed. And then they're going to clean it up. Like I told him.
So we should give them the time to do that.
So we
Sounds to me.
we have done.
I avoid some conflict.
We have done that. They've had some time. I'm not saying I don't have good communication and that they're dragging their feet, but they were supposed to have already filed for the writ. They didn't. I think they have a lot of properties that they're in charge of, and this one may not be on the top priority list, which is fine. I spoke with the guy from my contact, and he was having to go out to Terre Haute to a property out there. So I think that there are a lot of properties that they're like kind of working on, and maybe this is just not.
So they may not have even filed yet.
I maybe should.
I'm looking right
Yeah.
now to see if.
I don't know if they filed it or not.
With the sheriff's help, and then they'll know that they don't have to clean it.
I do not think any of it.
I'm fine with that.
And that,
She's not seeing anything.
well, let's,
Well, we could help them out by abating the property with the sheriff's help. And then when they get around to getting their squatter out of their house, they won't have to clean it up. We
Right.
will have done it for them. That's
Yeah.
my motion.
second that.
I had a question, but I don't know if it's a question I should ask here or personal with you.
We'll probably, I'd ask it afterwards. I think I know what your question is. Yeah.
Okay, so our motion is to
Abate the property
abate the property
with the
with legal assistance. Okay, do I have a second? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
It's fine enough, don't you?
I think so.
That'd be pretty expensive.
I almost said go ahead and find them too, but I would.
All right.
That was
Steve Himlet at
introduction, like.
here on Bogstown Road. January pictures. Not been able to do a lot. This is January. Not a lot has happened since December to January. I have a good communication, or I have good communication with Steve. He said that he's had some health issues, and he was actually hoping to be here today, but I guess he was not able to come. He had some family emergencies, and he said that as soon as that he could get in, he was going to get these tires taken care of. That was number one priority, and then he would continue with whatever after that. But I know that a pre-abatement was sent, like I said, back in November. Like I said, he's had a lot of. He told me of a pretty significant emergency that his family experienced, and that would cause some delay, but it's whatever the board decides.
How much have you seen change since July 23rd of 2025?
So he has gotten me some paperwork for the vehicles. So I'd said, hey, send me, he's having some issues with title work and having some issues with registration and stuff. And so he had sent me some stuff. There was a box truck that's in violation. He was working on getting the title for that, had some delay. So we've had good interaction with that. I sent him a list back in, I think it was December or late November, early December. I spoke with him and his wife. I sent them a list of what needed to be done. And so I think there's been progress, but in the last 2 or 3 months, I don't see much.
Did they elaborate on the family emergencies where?
So he said that he and his wife had gone out to dinner with his mom and his wife's brother, and they were at Texas Roadhouse, and I don't know which one. And his brother passed away in Texas Roadhouse. He had a massive heart attack, died there at the restaurant. And I can understand that being, and then after that caused his wife to have some health issues because of, I think due to the stress. Because normally I speak with both of them just so that they're both aware. And like I said, I've had good communication. I've spent time at the property, with them at their house, like talking through stuff. I spent time on the phone. I've sent emails. So, I mean, there's a good line of communication. Um, my vote, my recommendation would be to give them some more time, just do all the other stuff, but.
Well, I'm good with that and compassionate with the situation, and I'm sure you stress that, like, the board really wants to see progress and they're trying to be lenient and,
Right.
and patient, but,
Well, yeah,
It's gonna be a year
if
before
there's
they
not
know.
any progress looking forward, since we have the notice of abatement, I mean, so we're basically good to go anytime
we
we,
could drop the hammer.
yeah, so.
If the pre-abatement notice was sent, it would just need to be a order of abatement if that's what you guys decided.
And that could happen fairly soon. So we'd love to see some progress. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
So how about we continue, but express to them that we are ready to go on abatement if they don't show us some real progress.
You need to monitor with the possibility of an abatement order at next meeting.
yes,
Which,
And since Tim jumped up, can I,
I just need a second, that, of David's.
it was,
Someone seconded.
I'll say,
Okay.
we've made a motion and a second.
I'll see y'all later. That sounds good to me.
we don't need you.
That sounds good. All right.
Stall, say aye.
Do I?
Stall, say aye.
Oh, yeah, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Not to put words in his mouth.
Just asking if he wanted
See, I didn't know if you guys went ahead and did that without me too. I don't know.
No,
Come on now.
Cody just said we
Oh,
needed a
yeah.
second.
right, so this just needs to be dismissed. It's been abated, so this is the pictures after the abatement. Everyone knows the story. You can read it later on. Yeah. So, these are the pictures from the day of.
This is the Michael Reynolds.
Yeah. That's
Your recommendation.
plexiglass, just so everyone's aware, that's the plexiglass in question that we were talking about that's kind of was part of this problem. So it was left there. That was the only thing that was left there due to the circumstances of the time. So just so you know, that is probably still on the property, it's probably still visible, but due to the safety factor that it was left.
Other than that, it's been abated.
Due to your recommendation, I make a motion, we dismiss.
Second.
A motion and a second to dismiss. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I actually.
There's Sugar Creek Myrtle Lane Land Trust here. January pictures. Some building materials that are no good anymore. There's a refrigerator. I didn't realize that was right there. I did speak with the guy that lives there. I told him about this. He's worked on some of the stuff, but he's not gotten everything. Here's February. Same thing. That's still there. That's still there. He did say he was going to move that, but that hasn't been moved as of the 18th. There's not a lot that needs to be done. It's just small stuff. I believe this one was already ordered for abatement, and it was stopped, or it was just paused due to progress that he had made. So, like I said, it was ordered, or yeah, you guys had said to continue with the abatement, but due to progress, he wanted more time. So you can see in January, it says there's been progress made. The property owner requests more time to complete the job. That's right before the meeting was supposed to occur. And so he got another month because the meeting did not occur.
Has he been approached about a voucher?
I tell everybody, so I assume so. I may not have told him about this, but
Okay.
I try and tell everybody that I have.
You had no contact with him in February?
Is this guy a tenant?
Yeah, sounds like this guy's a renter. Is that correct? The property is owned by
It's owned by a land trust, but I think he's the property. I don't know. I think he's lived here for a long time. His family has. Because another case that we have opened, they're related. So I think the properties have been in a land trust for a while. That's my guess. But he's lived here for.
So if we find the trust, then they can work on the tenant,
Yeah.
because we evidently aren't getting anywhere with the
Right.
tenant.
Yeah.
Maybe the trust has more leverage than we do. Does that make sense?
I like it.
Well, it's obvious, it's a repeat case already anyway, so how much is out of need more attention to?
I'll second whatever.
500 or 1,000?
Coin.
Just did, nobody called.
500.
Okay, Kevin says 500, so.
So we have a motion to fine him $500 and a second.
Second.
Just all in favor, say aye.
The abatement already ordered on this one?
The abatement?
Want to continue with the abatement?
Yeah, that's what-
Oh, we did.
Ooh.
Yeah, it had been previously
Oh.
ordered and then put on hold.
Yeah, it was paused back in December, I believe it was. And then like in January, he had requested more time to complete the removal of the refrigerator and a few other items that I told him about. And then,
And then he didn't do it.
then he didn't do it because the meeting was canceled in January, so he had another month. And so February, I was out there and there was no change.
Repeat case, so.
Fine and continue the,
So we have
continue abatement
a $500 fine and continue the abatement.
and
All in
fees.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, Timothy Young, just up the road here, January. There has been progress from the first start of this case. Still quite a bit to do. I had spoken with Mr. Young at the property, walked around with him, told him what needed to be done. He had asked for more time. Same thing, January, he asked for more time. Nothing had really happened since January 21st to February 18th. He did say that he had wanted more time due to some of the stuff on the ground being frozen and was not able to get it up off the ground and disposed of properly. So there's still stuff that needs to be taken care of. This one, like I said, I've had communication with him. He does not live there. Yeah, in fact, he told me that he's moving soon, I think, to Nashville, Indiana, but someone of his family is living there. And that this is one of the ones I had a confrontation with last year. So I don't know where to go with this one. This one was already ordered to be abated, and he had asked for more time. There was progress made, but it stalled.
I
So
kind of feel like there's not a lot of difference between this one and that other one.
I agree.
I almost feel like we ought to treat them the same.
Yeah.
which one?
So
In fairness,
but we order $500 and continue the abatement on this one too.
Like that, yes, I'd make that motion.
And you have the second?
I'll second that motion.
So what the order is to fine him $500 and order continue the abatement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same, motion carried.
that's plus fees on those two as well, right?
Yeah. Plus fee.
We're running into a little bit of, we're giving more time because of the weather. And since the weather actually, the snow's gone away. Is that, I mean, I'm on the assumption since we're doing the fines and continuing abatements, even though they've asked for more time, that, I mean, there has been enough time to clean these.
There's been enough time.
If we've had 60
weather.
60-degree weather.
We've had some 60-degree weather, so.
And you're talking about cases that came up in August when the weather was really nice.
Yeah, but the more time has come in January, some of them in, December, some of them in January. But
If they came to you and said, Kevin, you need to paint that garage door in August, you'd had it done before January.
well, I know, I'm just saying that, I mean, I figured they've had enough time. I just, I just wanted to put that out there since we had a couple minutes.
I had spoken with Lisa about the same thing, and she had said the same thing. She said that, since we didn't have a compliance meeting in December, the last one was in November, so they've had all of the rest of November, December, January, and then now middle of February, to get stuff done.
We're technically, we're on the very short end of February.
There were some good days.
Yeah.
Since
There's been some very good,
our last meeting.
yeah, very good days.
I mean, even December, we really didn't have much. I mean, it was cold.
Pretty nice.
It was cold, but like the snow was the end of January and all the way through middle of February. So I mean, that definitely slowed stuff down.
You still my backup if I don't ever show up?
Yeah,
Okay. Just curious.
yeah,
We didn't vote on that,
yeah.
All right. Here's the Spears family here, just up the road. This is January. So if you would go back that slide, please. You'll note here on this picture, the black tarp with the strap around it.
Mhm.
I believe all of that is just holding firewood so it keeps it dry. That will be relevant here in just a moment. These are all January's stuff. Everything is plated and operable. From there, here's February. Picture here. You'll note here that the tarp has moved. Partly is because of the firewood. Some of it has moved to the other side. And then there's a white tarp there. I believe those were all there at one point, holding the firewood together or something, but it's there now. So outside of that issue, I don't see anything. I know it's muddy and it, still looks dirty, but I believe that was all part of that, keeping the firewood dry. I've spoken with him before.
But go back one more picture, Jody, if you could, please. Okay, one more. Go back to the original one, the original picture that had the firewood stacked up there. Yeah, see, so he's taken all this.
Yes.
And stacked it up here on the porch to keep it dry.
I assume he's
Easier
used.
access to
Yes,
get
I
to.
think he's used so much of it that then he moved it over there. You can tell there's a small stack right there.
Yeah, and he's got filled all the way up now.
But outside of that, I didn't see an issue. I recommend, I believe it's compliant.
Move to dismiss.
Second,
We have a motion and a second to dismiss. All in favor, say aye.
I,
Motion carried.
There's Jeannie Moore here on Short Blue Road. I did verify this, I believe, yesterday, that she is still the current owner. Here's January pictures. Junk and trash, lots of junk and trash.
One where she was trying to get a tenant.
Trying to get it back into her name.
Well,
It's been in her name. I think
Yeah.
my understanding is she was selling on contract at some point and it never transferred. So it's always been, I think, in her name.
since I've opened the case. Yeah. Here's February. You'll note that when I was there, he was there. This is the guy that lives there. While I was walking around, he was taking pictures of me while I was walking. Everywhere I walked, he took a picture. I was there to get pictures. He said, "Oh, I'll get all this done." But he said that every time I've talked to him. My recommendation is to order the abatement. I think I spoke with her back in November, maybe, and that she was still working on it, but there's not been any progress since, I believe, November. Yeah, I mean, it says here that she was at the board and she was going to take legal action, but I don't.
She has, I'm pulling it up right now to
Okay.
see what's happened. So it looks like she filed with small claims and small claims ordered it to the general docket. So it's just been moved to general jurisdiction court, and that happened back in December. So there's not been an eviction ordered yet. There is a pending lawsuit.
Any idea what the time frame to finish that up might be? Is it?
I mean, in a general jurisdiction court, it's longer than small claims. So you're talking maybe, I mean, it could be up to a year. I don't.
A lot
It's
more
not,
legal.
it's not quick, like small claims.
I think we paid, don't you?
She's trying to do what in
She's
that?
trying to evict. So
Evict.
when you're dealing with without getting into too much legal detail, when you're dealing with like a contract for sale of real estate, it's a little bit different than a lease. It's a little bit harder to get because there could be.
It takes a long time, Jody.
There could be equity in the property. So I won't say anymore, but that's why it's been moved to a general jurisdiction court to probably make that determination. So it could be tied up for some time.
We might be doing her a favor because she's gonna have to clean it up when she evicts.
In the order for this, though, will go to her, so it won't go to him.
It'll be assessed against the property, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's gonna go against the property. And,
He may leave if his stuff's gone.
Maybe. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought about with the Sabre Investment Group property. So.
we recommend, guys. I mean, what can we do at this point?
I think we abate. I don't think.
Are we within our rights to abate?
Yes, I mean, we're not tied to that at all. I mean, it's always gonna be on the property owner regardless if they're leasing it or whatever the situation is. So, it's up to her at this point to clean it up now. I think she's probably gonna say her hands are a little bit tied. She's trying to go through the proper legal channels to get possession.
And I
She doesn't have to.
would hope that she would see this as us trying to help her, not punish her. I don't know how she'll accept it.
At this point, I mean, I move we abate.
Motion to abate
Second.
and a second. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Motion carried.
All right, Sherry Lucas. I just have one set of pictures for this. This one is all after the abatement was completed by the contractor. Much different than it was. All the stuff is gone. Looks pretty nice.
I'll make a motion for the third time that we dismiss, because that's the third time we've abated this property.
Is it really?
Yes,
Same person?
yes.
But it's usually renters, right?
It's always the renters.
Yeah.
Well, this one though, I was told it was her
She brought her stuff out.
from Shelbyville.
We have a motion to dismiss
Second.
and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
The Adkins here on Blue Ridge Road. October. Just some initial stuff there, some weeds, tall grass, January pictures. Yeah, much different. Much different.
And
I would move to dismiss.
she did this all on, or they did this all on their own.
Yeah, they did that with their I think some family members came over and helped, and she's been in communication with me every month. Hey, where are we sitting? Where are we sitting? I said, well, as soon as the board sees the case, then they'll decide. I said, I don't see why it wouldn't be dismissed.
So we have a motion dismiss and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Better know, done well.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Brian Reed, Pleasure Valley. January. This is the truck that we tried to impound that he impeded us from actually completing. Junk and trash.
He's bringing more in, it looks like.
There's February. Down by the river. Same thing, junk and trash. You can tell that broken pane of glass is still there. It's the same spot. Trailer's still there. The only thing that's different is some of the stuff in the bed of the truck is different than what it was from before. The truck is ready to be impounded, but due to the last time having some issues, then this is one of those that we'll need to file a writ of assistance to help get removed. My recommendation is that it maybe just order an abatement, but due to the issues that he's caused or that have gone on, and at least writ of assistance for the removal of the vehicle, the impound of the vehicle.
We take that a step farther and go ahead and ask for the writ of assistance from the sheriff's department to remove the vehicle, abate the property, and fine the gentleman $500.
Second that.
$500 plus fees, I'm sorry.
500 plus fees and abate, correct?
Yes.
With assistance.
With assistance. Legal assistance or sheriff's assistance?
Yes.
Yeah, both, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
These people that get these real long stories about the problems they cause, we can't let that happen to our officer.
Yeah.
I think anytime that anybody impedes, then I think they ought to be fined, no matter what. I mean, but once we hear of something, they need to feel it.
Our leniency's gone.
Because we have, when a case is opened, he has the right to search the entire property. Maybe not indoors or inside a garage or shed, but he's allowed to walk around the house. And if they stop him from doing that,
And I think anytime they do that, I mean, they need to, I mean, we can abate or do whatever, but anytime any kind of thing like that happens, that's in your report and we automatically fine 500 or 1,000 or whatever.
and it may save us if there's ever a repeat on that same person.
Right.
Say they know, if they come out, we gotta let them walk around the yard. Or
Well, not only that, if we just, I mean, if there's an impede, but we don't immediately abate, I mean, that's gonna be in our report and we see that we've already, done that and the reason for it. And we know to, be a little bit stricter since they did, show themselves.
I
So,
usually do give them that kind of a warning. I always say, hey, if you do impede or stop me, whatever, there could be significant fines that the board could assess. So I always try and give them that notice so that they know that.
I would say, because now, no matter which one comes up, if they get in your face, then I'm gonna recommend a fine. So,
We talked about that earlier today too, and we need to kick it up. So it's a significant fine so that they know we're not gonna fool around with it.
yeah.
And
It could even go up with, the guy that came out with the shotgun, instead of $1,000,
5,000.
5,000. Because you don't take a gun,
Well, there could be, I still need to talk to Jody about this. We're still working some of this stuff out, but there could be some more further evidence for you all to see, other than me telling you this. that might actually be visible for you to see coming down the road, with my position. We're gonna work it out. I've not had a chance to talk to you.
Yeah, I talked to us about it.
Yeah, but having some visual evidence,
It'd be nice if you had a body cam.
that's what we're referring to.
Yeah, that was mentioned in that.
Yeah, of the meeting, we brought that
I already
up.
have a quote set up. It just to have some SOPs established with Lisa, and then
Yeah,
that might come down the road where it might be beneficial.
Very helpful.
yeah, it would
If
be.
we saw some of the things that he sees, I'm sure we would react.
Yeah. So,
I guarantee I would react differently if I was there.
Well, if we could see it on this,
Yeah.
what he saw, that would affect fines or abatements or.
well, and that would happen in
Here.
the legal process if it went through.
Further documented evidence of, what's happened.
I hope they get that for you.
All right, Sharon Coy here in Fairland, January. This came in as a tall grass and weeds. This is a vacant property, abandoned property. No one lives there. I've spoken with several of the town board members about this, and it's split three ways. It's owned by half of it is owned by Sharon Coy. I may have spoken to the board about this before. I'm sorry for redundancy, but and then it's split another half with two other people. So Sharon has the controlling half percentage here, but there's really not been anything done. No one's been there. When I was there on the 18th, I noticed that there had been a notice from Duke Energy left at the door, and no one had picked that up either. So the tires are still there. The weeds and stuff that are dead are still there. There's still junk and trash. There's old windows. Some of them, I believe, are broken. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that I would recommend us to go in and abate it. I know it's not been very long. It's only been since November, but I believe this is one of those properties that's probably going to be a repeat, maybe. And if we can get it down to the base level, make it look nice. I don't know, maybe that will not happen. I don't know.
I'll make the motion that we abate the property.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to debate. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Another thing, I just realized that the notice that I had sent on this one did come back to my office unclaimed. So when I send this, because I believe I had the PO box for them, it might come back too. So I don't know.
I can run a search and see if I can find another contact.
Right.
We've done that fast.
Right. Um, we do have some repeat on the new cases.
Oh, this is. Trying to see if it's the same case, 2560 duplicate.
Oh, you just get it's all right. You must have gotten a double.
Yeah.
Anybody else
I
with
got
that?
double page. Okay,
Sorry.
now I caught up.
My bad. Okay, so the first one, actually, we should go over that one because I believe that was the one. Was it him or was it?
Okay. Yeah, it's
She
two.
was already here.
Denise? No, it was the Mises.
Oh,
Aren't we gonna do Joseph and Laura
We've
Land?
already done that in this.
We go to.
We dismissed that.
Yeah, I think it was them that were here.
the Mises came in
Yeah,
when we weren't having.
yes, yep.
That's what happened to this.
So they were here and they are compliant. These pictures are the before pictures. This is what was here from initial case. And then this is now current pictures. So they had moved some stuff. They got some other stuff that was put together like a shed. They cleaned up everything. They got everything plated. I believe they're compliant.
They're also dealing, if you look at on one of their barns, they're dealing with the insurance claim.
Yes.
The tree fell down to get to the
He had told me that.
barn, so they got a tarp over that.
Right.
So you recommend dismissal?
On that one.
I would move to dismiss.
I mean,
I'll second.
first and a second to dismiss, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Carried.
We all of a sudden got a bunch in Pleasure Valley.
Yeah,
They're getting all mad at each other, aren't they?
yeah.
Next is-
Yeah, that's right. No, you're right, Reed. So we have one more repeat case. There's Greg Reed. These will be the initial. Yeah.
Richie remembers this for sure.
Eggs junking again, right?
You have
The very last page, way back.
very last page. Oh, okay. I've been in high school for a while.
Junk and trash, tires in the back. This property complaint came from the fire department. They'd been out there numerous times for illegal burns. He finally was like, "Hey, Ben, can you do something about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do whatever I can." So, junk and trash, 2 inoperable vehicles that were tagged, tires. I believe there were some appliances too, various other things. I'd spoken with Greg, and in fact, I just spoke with him this week. He said that he's gotten a lot of it done. I need to go out and verify that the vehicles are gone. He had said that one of them was gone, but I don't know if both of them are. But he also said that he's been dealing with some health issues to where he's not been able to do as much. So this is a repeat case, whatever you guys decide.
That's in the back of Meadowview Edition, right? Looks like it.
Off of Michigan Road.
Yeah.
Austin, Michigan.
Yeah, I've heard relative that lives out there.
Yeah, the history of burning things.
He does.
With all this gas cans around, I would think that.
Richie, wasn't this the one with the planes?
He had an airplane,
Yeah.
one time.
Lisa was telling me about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
He had, he scrapped out an airplane, had a backyard full of seats.
and then tried to burn them, I think.
This one's had a lot of issues with illegal burns. Like the fire department's been out there numerous times. In fact, he said if we needed it, he would get a run sheet for it so that we could see the times that they've been out here to deal with this. And he was over it. He was just like, we got to stop going out there all the time for.
If his health isn't good, then
You
maybe
shouldn't be around that smoke.
if we find him $500 and abated the property and clean it up for him.
Can we go ahead and do that since it's a new case? Just get right on it.
It's a
We'll sell
It's a repeat.
Repeat.
Yeah, I would write the notice. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that becomes,
Second that motion.
okay, but let's stop real quick. We've already hit them with 100 and 100 feet. So is that a 600 plus feet?
I've already sent the 100, so it'd be an
The
initial.
100's already been assessed. I
Okay,
think.
Yeah.
This
so,
will be addition to whatever.
I just wanted to clarify. So we have a motion to fine him $500 and begin the abatement and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I'll make a broad motion to continue all new cases.
A second.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right.
Need a motion to
I don't know, if anything else we need to talk about?
Not that I'm aware of.
But I don't.
dismiss.
Motion to dismiss, second, and a third, and a fourth, motion carried.
Go.
Meeting adjourned.
I'm going on vacation.
Stop.
Stop the recording.
Yeah.